Welcome to this video. In this video, we will be discussing about how to find the factorial of a given number using the E Macrovision 4 software. So, what do we mean by a factorial? Factorial is nothing but it is a function that multiplies given number by every natural number below it. For example, if you consider a factorial number n. Now this n has to be multiplied by the number below it. Now n is multiplied with n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, so on so forth. Okay. Now the symbol for indicating the factorial is this. Now we always seen that the number is represented by like 4 factorial, 5 factorial, 10 factorial. What is this? Now, for example, 4 factorial. 4 factorial is nothing but 4 multiplied by the numbers below it till 1. 3, then multiplied by 2, then multiplied by 1. So, 4 3 is 12, 12 2 is 24. 24. Similarly, for 5, 5 multiplied by 4, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 2, multiplied by 1. So this 20, 5 4 is 20, 20 into 3 is 60, 60 into 2 is 120. Similarly for 10, so 10 will be 10 into 9 into 8, 7 into 6 into 5, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so this is with factorial. So here, what is the basic principle? You have taken a simple number, right? Like for example 4. Now this number has to be stored in some memory location. So I'll be storing it in a register. Okay. Now this number has to be multiplied by the numbers below it. Which are the numbers below it? 3, 2 and 1. So how we have obtained it? Just by subtracting 1 with these numbers. So we have to take a loop wherein the given number 4 is subtracted by 1 for 3 times, right? That is, first it has to be multiplied by 4 into 3, then it has to be multiplied by 2, then it has to be multiplied by 1. So there is one loop, this is second loop, this is third loop. So here the number is decrementing by 1 after every loop. So you have to take a counter, okay, wherein you are going to store the number, okay, and you are having a loop wherein you are going to decrement the number by 1, decrement number by 1, right? And also in the loop you will be multiplying the number with the number below it, right? Whatever the result is. So this is how we are actually going to do the factorial of a given number. So this decrement has to stop at particular time. That is, whenever the number becomes 1, it has to stop the multiplication. So you will be using a condition. Which condition? Condition is nothing but branch on equal. Branch on equal value is 1. Unless and until the value becomes 1, you are continuously going to decrement and multiply it with a lower number. Whatever the result you have obtained with the previous value, that you have to consider and multiply it. So this decrementing is going to continue till the value becomes 1. Once the value becomes 1, that means you have actually multiplied the number with the numbers below it till you have reached the value 1. Right? That is a simple way how to find the factorial of a given number. So here basically you are using some numbers. You can use any numbers and get the factorial of that particular value. Now in the next step, we will see how to execute this problem using key software. Now let us see how to execute this problem, that is to find the factorial of a given number. Now you can see here that I have used the name as factorial. Okay, then since it is a code and read only, we are going to take it as code and read only memory. Then as usual, this is the starting of your program, so we are using the keyword entry. Then to indicate the executions, so you are using the keyword start. Now here I am using few registers. Now see, in R naught, I am going to store the value that you have to actually find the factorial. Now given value is of 7, so I have to find the factorial of 7. So it is as good as you have to multiply 7 by 6, then 7 multiply by 6, multiply by 5, multiply by 4, then multiply by 3, then multiply by 2, multiply by 1. So you are actually multiplying 7 with the values below it, that is the natural numbers, till you are going into 1. Now the same value I am going to store it in R1 because I have to decrement this value by 1. So I have taken one more register. In register R1 I am going to store the value whatever the factorial you are going to find. So 7 is the number. So 7 has been copied into register R1. So move R1 comma R0. Then you have to subtract 1 from 7. So I have taken instruction subtraction, okay, R1 by 1 and store the result back in R1. So R1 is actually decremented by 1 by using subtract instruction. Now you need to check whether that value is equal to 1 or not. Now if the value is equal to 1, that means you have actually multiplied. Now so compare instruction. So R1 compare with 1. Now here we need to decide. Now if the number is not equal to 1, then we are actually going into what? The multiplication operation. So here comparison is going to take place. Once the comparison is done, we are going to check for the condition, that is branch on equal. If it is equal, then it is as we need to stop. So stop directly. If not, then go for the multiplication operation. So I have taken one more register R3 wherein I am going to store the uh, final result, that is the multiplication of R1 with R0. Now currently R0 is having 7 and R1 is having 6. So 7 into 6 is 42. 42 will be stored in R3. Then again we need to move this R3 into R0. So I have moved R3 to R0. Now R3 will be checked here now. Branch on not equal fact. I have to go here because my repetition has to be done till I get the natural value 1. So it is going to go into the loop, that is fact. Then again decrement 6 by 1. So it becomes 5. So again you have to multiply whatever the result you had obtained, 42 into 5. So again you have to process. So this process of loop will continue till you get the value 1. So let us see how this execution is going to take place with the actual value. Now see here, initially I have taken the value 7. So right now R0 is 0. As soon as I execute that instruction, R0 becomes 7. Now that 7 I have to push in R1. So I am going to move copy it. Okay, it is as good as we are copying the value 7 into one more register R1 wherein it is going to get decremented 1 by 1. Then now we have to subtract it. We have to multiply 7 into 6. So we have to subtract R1 by 1. So use the subtract instruction. Okay. Now it has become 6. Now we need to check, okay, compare it whether it is equal to 1 or not. Now currently it is not equal to 1. So it will go into this instruction branch on equal. Now see, is it equal? No. That is it equal to 1? No. So it has to go into multiplication. I'll just execute compare instruction, see your program control. Okay, then branch on equal. So it is not going to go stop because it is not equal. So this is not equal, right? 6 is not equal to 1. So it has to go for the multiplication operation. Now R3 is what? Initially R3 is 0. Okay, R1 is 6. R1 is 6, right? Then R0 is 7. So 7 into 6, whatever the value will get, 42 in hexadecimal value will be stored in R3. So as soon as I execute this mul instruction, you will get 2A in R3. Now see, this 2A has to be moved into R0 because now it has been multiplied by 7 into 6. So that value I have to multiply it with 5. So I have to push that value into R0. So I have taken the move instruction. So I am directly moved into R0. Now since 6 is not equal to 1, so we have to repeat it once again. So I have to take branch on not equal instruction. So then again go back to here. Now R1 was 6. 6 I have to subtract it by 1. So it becomes 5. Now this 5 is compared with 1. It is not equal. So it is going to go into the multiplication. This, that is branch on equal instruction is not executed. It will go to the multiplication instruction. So again, now 2A is multiplied with 5 and stored in R3. Now see, as soon as I execute, R3 becomes D2. Okay. Now this D2 has to move into R0. So we are going to check the branch instruction. It's not equal. So go back to this. Again subtract R1 become 4. Now D2 is multiplied with 4. So again process repeats. So till you get R1 equal to 1. Now see. Now R1 has become 1. Now it is going to check. Compare R1 with 1. So next branch on equal stop. So what is next? So it is stop because here value of R1 is 1 and also you are comparing with 1. So 1 is equal to 1. So you have to come out of that loop. So you are going to use the breakpoint instruction. So once this is done, what has happened in R3, that is R0, final value R0, you will be having the result of a factorial 7, that is 13P0. Okay, so this is how you are going to execute your factorial of a given number. Now let us check with different numbers, smaller numbers. I'll take simple 3. You know that 3 into 2 into 1, 6. We will have to get 6. Okay, so I'll execute. Okay, copy. We just observe the registers R0, R1, R2, R3. Okay, see, are you not getting 6 here in R0? So what has happened? First it has taken 3 multiplied by the 2. Then it has multiplied with 1 and come out of the loop. If we have to check with the different values again, stop it. I'll take 9. Okay. Save. Exit. Execute. So let us find the factorial of 9. Now R1 is 8. So first loop, first multiplication, then R1 becomes 7, second multiplication, 6. So 5, 4, 3. Subtract 2. Right, multiply, then once it becomes 1, you have to come out. So now it is going to become 1. So 1, exit from that multiplication loop, take 1. Now see, factorial of 9 in hexadecimal is 58980. So this is how you have to find the factorial of a given number. Thank you.